Good afternoon, I'm TerryTopCat, or should I say good evening. It's Thursday, May the 30th. We're in Signature Brew, and I'm with the awesome Jen and the Degenerates. So I'm going to go around and let them all introduce themselves and what instrument they play.
I'm Evan, I'm the drummer.
I'm Jan, I'm vocalist.
I'm Jay, bass, backing vocals and vibes.
Always got to be one, hasn't there? I'm Sean, I play guitar.
I'm Jake, I play guitar and I do some synths.
Wonderful. So I first saw you guys with the awesome Skunk Anansi. That was a couple of years ago, wasn't it? And I was just totally... You had a bald head then as well, Jen. Yeah.
We're starting to...
Suits you with the hair as well. So you just totally blew me away. And a big shout out to Holocene as well, because they were fantastic as well. And then I saw you with my friend Dub War, Benji's band. And I must say, I've seen you also at the Sound City a couple of weeks ago. You've really improved your sound, and you've got so much better than when I first saw you. And we will talk about the new songs. So tell me how you guys met. So Jen was saying that you're originally from Cambridge, and then you came up to Liverpool, and you met some of the guys, and then so all of you want to tell me how you met each other. So you go first, Jen.
Yeah, so I'm the southern interloper. I'm actually from like a really tiny village that no one's ever heard of, but it's near Cambridge. And then I was like, there's nothing going on here. And I moved to Liverpool. And that's when I met these guys, specifically the two curly-haired ones.
Yeah, and me and Jake went to Liverpool to uni, to university,
to JMU.
where we met Jen.
And what did you guys study?
I did creative writing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did. I started on computer science and then went to music production.
Yeah, you tried. After 2 weeks, you were like, computer science sucks.
Yeah, they were speaking gibberish in the lectures. I just don't understand this. I'll stick to what I know.
Exactly.
So I did that.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead now, sorry. You're a dickhead too. I'm a dickhead. I knew that. I'm a dickhead too. We're all dickheads who on the internet is not a flattering shade of blue. That's enough, it's enough, it's great. Everyone go home. Touch the grass. Cool your mom. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
And Evan, how did you meet Jay?
Well, I went to school with Sean and Jay, but I didn't join the band by knowing them. When Jake left uni, he started working at the same place as me and was like, "Oh, do you want to come and like play drums in my band? Like, we'll just do a rehearsal." So I was like, "Yeah, whatever." So we went to Liverpool, and I walked in and saw two people that I'd known since I was like 11 years old, and was like,
Oh, wow.
"Oh, it's you guys." And we've kind of just not stopped doing that sort of thing since.
Yeah, you left your other band for us. We were like,
Yeah.
we were like,
Well done.
The drama, yeah. Yeah, well, I was already playing in like an indie band, and then like started playing with these guys. But like I've known, like specifically, I'd known these two for so long, and like we're good mates and stuff. So this was just like way more natural. So yeah.
And how did you meet the others, Jay?
Us three went to school together. We had a moment, I think about a year before the band started and you joined and everything, where we bumped into each other at an Enter Shikari show. And I sort of went, oh yeah, good to see you, mate. And then actively sort of thought, like, I'll probably never see Evan again. You know what I
Did you know?
It's the last time I'll ever see him.
I wasn't planning on dying or anything.
Well, we were just, we were off living our separate lives and everything. I was like, oh, he's cute, isn't he? But he's a lovely guy. But that's probably the last time we'll see each other. And little did I know. But yeah, these guys moved to uni in Liverpool. It was kind of, there was me and one or two other people left in Leyland where we grew up, and I was just kind of bored and wanted to carry on making music and recording stuff and playing with these guys, so I just got a job in Liverpool and moved over there. And then it was still a good 3 or 4 years before Degenerates then properly formed.
So how did the name come about, Jen?
I actually don't remember. I actually don't know.
It's a great name, by the way.
I think it was just like...
it's like a crap joke that stuck.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
a bad joke that stuck, yeah. Because it, Degenerates.
So when you first got together as a band, obviously you got loads of different musical influences. So kind of, how did you first start jamming, or did you come with some lyrics? Like the initial first sessions when you're trying to find your sound.
Well, I'd always written songs anyway, and so we started out kind of just playing those songs, but these guys would like write more stuff, and then slowly it just became like really collaborative, and we'd all just write together.
Yeah, we jam and stuff. Or it's like this weird thing where it's like, yeah, you had these more subdued songs that you've been writing as a singer-songwriter that we would kind of arrange, and then obviously we'd had a few years of writing songs together in our own kind of style that weren't really the right thing either. So it was like a few years of trying to find the thing in the middle
That works for all of us.
That works for everybody and is kind of the right sound. So yeah.
So once you got your sound, before you started recording, you obviously did some live gigs. What was that like?
Yeah, it was just chaos, really. So no one would put us on any shows, so we just would throw our own shows, and then we'd always have a flat party afterwards. And it was just a piss up. It was just a monthly piss up, basically.
We used to drink a lot more.
We used to
We used to party a lot more.
We're really boring now. We literally sat in Tesco's cafe doing a crossword the other day, but like
It's a highlight of the tour.
It was great.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
But we used to be a lot of fun.
Oh, you used to laugh. So when you started doing the gigs, then you got attention of record labels. Was Marshall the first one that you wanted to sign with, or was there quite a few? Or what made them stand out to you, as well as having the great equipment by them and
I think
all
it was
the
just
other
they
perks?
just got they just got it, and they were just kind of willing to let us do what we wanted to do straight away, and we were like, well, they're going to pay for us to do the thing we're already doing, so yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
and the team's great, and
yeah, they are an amazing label for like letting you. Enabling you, like, you know, bringing you up. Like, we've come on so, like you said, we've come on so much, and a lot of that is due to the backing that Marshall have given us.
They well, you know, not to get too into the technicalities of it, but they gave us like this like 2 years of like being able to develop ourselves and continue to kind of find the sound before they were like,
now make an album. It's so unusual.
Like that, you know?
So unusual these days.
A couple of years of development, basically.
And they put a lot of trust in us as well, because they signed us while lockdowns were happening. One of
an unproved kind of thing. Really.
One of their team members had seen us sort of at the start of 2020, and it was very much just her having to sort of say, trust me, they're good live. Here's the songs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was really
Luckily
funny. Like when we first just got signed, like the meeting that we had, it was on Zoom. And Steve was like, yeah, sorry, we don't usually do this on Zoom. We'd usually meet up with you and have a proper conversation. But it was all just kind of done on Zoom. It was a mad time when we got signed.
So let's talk about your debut albums. It's called Anti-Fun Propaganda.
Yes.
So tell me who produced it, when it came out, and when it came out, you were, I believe, on tour in America, weren't you? Your first American tour.
Yeah, so it was produced by Ross Orton, who's also worked on some other much more, you know, successful records.
Higher
profile records. Then we dropped it a couple months ago while we were touring America with Flogging Molly. So yeah, it got like a pretty good reaction, which we really didn't know if that was going to happen or not. So it's nice.
Got very good reaction.
Yeah, it's great. You know, it's like, I don't know. We like we say, Marshall let us develop so much. We weren't really this band until that album. We were kind of just like trying things out. We were being really experimental and stuff, and landed on this sound. And it's just great that people have kind of connected with it.
And you've had some really great artists, like I said, Skunk Anansi and Benji from Skin Dread.
Yeah.
Double really supporting you, liking you, and also. You guys always go out, so always like look at your Instagram. It's like, oh, they're seeing another new band. So I love how you also very supportive of, like when you're touring, like on this tour, you're getting all these new bands playing as well. Because it's really important to give that love to other bands starting out.
I think for as long as we can, we'll try and have like local supports, because it is such a big part of getting to that next level is playing those kind of shows.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night, like driving to the hotel, like. We as a band learned so much and still learn so much by going and watching other bands and being like, you know, we'll like nerd out about like, oh, they're like MIDI programming that part of this and blah blah blah, and then you look at like, oh, look how much energy they're giving on stage, or they, you know, just all the nerdy stuff as a musician you look at. So it's like nice that hopefully other bands get that off us. Not that we're like some massive, you know, like massive live artists, but like, you know, like there are smaller bands than us, and I hope they like.
No, you've been playing
learn
something
stuff.
How was the one in Derbyshire you did
Bid
recently?
Theory,
Bid
yeah,
Theory.
it was fun. It was an absolute scramble getting there because we had to drive from Glasgow,
It was very muddy.
and it was a weather warning. We drove through a weather warning to
In
get
Scotland.
there. It was saying do not travel, and we were like, we're gonna travel. Time to travel. And then we got to the festival site, and it was like just a sea of mud. It took us about an hour just to get to the stage because we had to walk like this. But then the set itself was great. Loads of people were still there even though it was raining. I think it helped that it was a tent.
Right. So Jay, tell me about your touring in America, because you guys almost did like a month, didn't you? With
It was 6
6
weeks
weeks,
out
okay.
there, yeah. 5 weeks with Flogging Molly, and then a week in LA at the end. I mean, yeah, it was an incredible experience. You know, it was a bizarre, surreal thing, especially having the album come out while we were there and everything. And there was so many moments leading up to it where it was like, is this going to happen? Is it not? You know, it was very close to the wire in terms of organising it. But then you get it's a weird thing where you get there and there's that excitement of, oh my God, we're doing America, we're doing show after show. But then you get to sort of week 3, 4, and while you're not taking it for granted, I'm still loving every second, but it becomes the routine.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we get up, we get in the van, we go through that same thing every day, and it's then going from that to then back to
the UK.
England and normal life. It's a very odd experience, but every single show was just like the size of the stages, and the crowds were so enthusiastic. You know, it was really, people came down in pretty much every show. People came down early, and you know, the whole show was an event. It wasn't just like, oh, we'll go for a drink in a bar and then go down the 8:45 when Flogging Molly are on. You know, they were there early and it was full up, and they were enthusiastic. And
There's the whole like, because there was us and Amigo the Devil that were supporting him. Like the whole touring party was so supportive of each other. Like all of Flogging's crew, all of Amigos' crew, like the house techs every night.
Could
Like
have asked for a better like set of people to tour with. Sorry, go on.
no, it's fine.
I was agreeing.
No, you're saying what I was gonna.
Yeah, I'm reading your mind.
Yeah,
Just
I
pulling it out.
I'm
your head.
bored of talking. Look, pass my thoughts to you.
okay.
I felt that coming off.
Go on.
No, I'm good. I'm finished.
Well, you know what I was
Back
gonna
to you.
say.
I don't know if I can say this, but you can edit it out if you can. So Roger showed me the little documentary he did about that. Was so you guys come across so well in that.
Oh, thank
Really
you.
well, and you know, really great band. And and I said to Roger how great friends you are, and I said that to you before as well. You know, like you've been to festivals and seeing and other bands are arguing, and I really love how you guys are so close, and that really helps, doesn't it?
I don't
When
really
you're in
know
the
how
tour
people do
van
it
and
if they
doing
don't
all.
like each other.
Yeah.
this is it. Yeah.
Well, we were friends. I mean, more like you guys later, like after school and stuff. But we've been close friends for a long time. So like, if it weren't for the band, like we would still get on outside of the band. Like it's not just this holding us together. Like you guys have lived together, and like at this point we've been doing it 6 years. Like we've travelled America, we've been to Europe, we've been in some shit situations. Like you know, there's not much we've not been through at this point. You know, so
Yeah.
you know.
But it's always like the friendship and the fun is at the core of it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
if we're not having fun doing this, then we might as well just go work in offices.
Yeah.
You know, if it's getting to the point where we don't enjoy being around each other and don't enjoy playing this music together, then there's no point to it. So it's always, as much as it it becomes a bigger machine, the longer it goes on and there's more to do and there's lots of moving parts. It's always important to try and retain that thing of like we're 5 best friends.
Yeah.
Just enjoying
It was
playing
so
music
funny.
together.
We were talking to Benji, and we'd said like, oh yeah, we've never really had a fight, and he was like, oh well, how long have you guys been going? You'll probably have a fight at some point, and we were like, oh, like 5 years. He was like, oh, maybe you won't have a fight. Maybe you'll be sound.
I don't know how he does it because he's in 2 bands and he's got to remember all the lyrics and the songs.
Yeah.
And, you know, but
Benji's great. Benji's just like, we did that double tour with him. He's such a vibe, like, and just
Absolutely.
like he's been there and done it all. And he's just
a
like
long
still
time,
loves doing it. Still loves being on stage. You know, it's
And
cool.
He's so funny as well.
He is.
So funny.
He's exactly what you want him to be. Like I grew up listening to Skin Dread. I saw them when I was 12 at my first festival and stuff, and just immediately was obsessed with him as a presence on stage.
Yeah,
and then you meet him in real life, and it's like, oh, this isn't an act. This is what
That's
he's.
just him.
That's just him.
Yeah.
we had the privilege to go to his home in Newport and interview him, which was so lovely. His lovely wife. Big up to Julie as well.
Yeah.
That was fun. So coming back to, so you've released the album, you got the mini tour. I've heard some new songs. I said, I think to Jake first, I love that song Woohoo, which is absolutely amazing. So you did the engineering on the demos, right?
Yeah, I generally record most of the the old demos. I mean, to be fair, I say that, but everyone chipped in their part. I think we're all-
Jake, you do so much of it. Don't even try and downplay it.
And you're Mr. Tour Manager, I believe.
Oh yeah, or whatever.
You all
that
have your own roles.
Yeah, we all do our own thing.
And I must say, again, if you want to party at the end of the universe,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, what a song!
Thank
You've got some
you.
amazing new songs.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited to do album 2. We're just like finishing it off, and then we're gonna try and get in the studio and hopefully have it out next year. But
With the same producer, or who knows?
We're not sure. I mean, we love working with Ross, but
Whoever Ross wants to work with us.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
I mean, we get on with Ross. Like we yeah.
And also, you did a really great interview with Billboard magazine. So that's amazing for such a new band to do with such an iconic magazine as well.
Yeah, that was great.
That's all Mr. Roger Gisborne.
Oh yeah,
Like,
big up to
that's-
Roger
that's-
and Anita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We've got great too.
where can everyone find you on your social media? What's your future
At
plans?
Jen's Degenerates with a G, because I'm a Genevieve, not a Jennifer. On all social media, I'm constantly yapping on Instagram and TikTok, so you can find just a live stream of my thoughts on both those platforms.
We also have a Discord now.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
we've got a Discord.
Again, it's just at Jen's Degenerates. If you look on our socials, there'll be the QR code and stuff as well. But that's very, very fresh. But there's a nice little community forming there.
Big up Izzy and Cap,
Yeah.
our Discord.
And one last
viewers.
question: if there's any band you could collaborate with, like musically, or to go on tour with individually, who would it be?
Christ. Oh, I have to go last. You have to go that way.
Okay.
I mean, my brain just wants to say Metallica. Like, that's just who I am.
Okay.
It doesn't really make sense.
No.
But we could make it make sense.
But outside of that, I mean, we've talked about lots. Paramore is one that would
yes.
be incredible.
Yeah.
Like I've
Oh, that
loved
would be-
Paramore
That would
since
be
I was-
so
that would be
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been one of my favourite bands for years, and just I mean, they've seen their growth as well over the years from like the pop punk sound, which was all great as well, to this actual sort of like prestige pop act. Do you know what I mean? It's like an incredible growth, and they're just brilliant, aren't they? You know.
Yeah. Amel and the Sniffers would be amazing.
Someone told me about them the other day. You played a gig at a...
No, we've never played
you
with
haven't-
them. We've
not
never
on
played
any
with
of
them.
the festivals or anything
No,
like that?
we might. I think
They
they
were
were
at
at Bearded Theory as well.
Oh, okay.
But we
You
weren't anywhere near them.
We weren't allowed near them.
Mine would be St. Vincent.
Oh, yeah, she's...
Yeah, that would be
That would be a
amazing.
great... That would be
Just
really
all of
good.
these, one after the other,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
great.
LCD Sound System.
Yes.
My all-time favourite band.
He's doing that gig, isn't he, in London?
They're
I think.
doing All Points East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go.
I know. I'm kind of tempted to. Go. I think it's the Pixies are supporting as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's a dream. That's a dream for you.
Yeah.
Sean Fest.
Yeah, exactly. And
Do you know what, I'm just gonna say Idols because
Okay.
like
yeah,
I feel like to tour with them would just be a lot of fun. Like we
I
would just
think
have a
so.
bit of a party, and also like I think with just like the way they've grown as well. Like that's pretty cool to see like a British punk band like rise that quick.
Thank you very much, Jen and the Degenerates. Jay, Jake, Sean, Evan, and the beautiful Jen. Well, you're beautiful, but...
I'm the most
Terry.
beautiful.
So for TerryTopCat for Clusterview.com, Mark Anthony Abel filming and editing, and it'll be out soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank you.